Welcome to my channel Max My Heartbeat. Students, in the previous videos I have started relations and functions, very important topic for JEE. So go through my videos. Please watch my videos and understand the concept from starting onwards. Why? Because any chapter, if you listen from the starting onwards, then only you can understand the concept well. So let us continue with our even and odd functions today in our class. Okay. So what are even functions and odd functions? So even functions, if f of minus x is equal to f of x, okay, then such a function is called even function. And if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then such a function is called odd function. What are the examples of even function? X square, y is equal to x square and y is equal to mod x. These two are examples of even function. Already I have explained in my previous video how I got f of minus x is equal to f of x for x square and for x cube. Okay, if you want I will explain once again. So first keep in mind that x cube comma x are odd functions, and when we go to trigonometric functions, then cos x comma secant x are even functions. Why? Because see here, what is cos of minus x is nothing but cos x, correct? So that's why cos of minus x is cos x. It means f of minus x is f of x here. Yes, therefore this function is even function. But if you take sin x, sin of minus x, what is sin of minus x? Minus sin x, right? So here what we are getting, f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. That's why this function is odd. Understood the difference between even function and odd function? In the same way for secant also, secant of minus x is secant x but not minus secant x. Understood? That's why here also we are getting this secant x as even function. Okay? Note, a function might be neither even nor odd. Some functions will be there which are neither even nor odd. So okay, I will discuss that also afterwards. So next, f of x is equal to 0 is the only function which is both even and odd. Yes or no? Why? Because if you write f of 0, where also f of 0 plus or 0 minus, we are getting same value 0 only. That's why this is the only function which is both even and odd. Understood? This is about even and odd functions. So now let us know how to identify whether without writing f of minus x is equal to f of x or f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. What is the shortcut to identify even and odd functions? Let us see that now. So by seeing the graphical method. So graphical method to identify even and odd functions. Very important. So graphical method. Okay. So all even functions will be symmetric about y-axis. All even functions will be symmetric about y-axis, and all odd functions will be symmetric about origin. I will explain what is symmetric about origin and symmetric about y-axis. Now listen. So for suppose, I hope everyone knows that. Okay, let us understand this with the help of examples now. So first let us see the even functions. So I hope everyone knows very well that y is equal to x square is a even function, right? So let us understand that with the help of graph. Already we all know that y is equal to x square is a parabola. Yes, like this. Why we are getting the parabola like this? Why we are not getting downside parabola? Because here whatever the value of x you take, that will be always positive only but not negative. So in positive x y-axis is nothing but upside. Okay, downside is negative y-axis. Yes, and positive x-axis means this completely is positive x-axis and this completely is negative x-axis. That's why whatever the value of y x you substitute here. For suppose you are substituting minus 2 whole square is 4. Yes, so x square is nothing but minus 2 whole square 4. Which value I am getting? Positive value or negative value? Positive value. That's why y is equal to x square graph will always be a positive graph. Understood? So we are getting a parabola upside but not downside. Clear? This is the graph of y is equal to x square. Now only I said no, but even function y is equal to x square is even function. Why it is even function means we are getting a, this is symmetric about y axis, means if I take this one, this curve, this half curve, yes, for suppose a mirror is placed in between like this. If you see in the mirror, this image, the image of this curve will be this side, right? That is why this is symmetric about y axis. Understood? If you see the mirror image about y axis, then such curve is what type of curve? Even function. Understood now how to identify even function? If you see the mirror image with respect to y axis, then such function is an even function. Even if we take y is equal to mod x, okay, let us see the graph of y is equal to mod x. There also we are getting V-shaped curve and in positive y axis. Why? Because modulus means minus value becomes plus value. Understood? So here now I am changing my graph as y is equal to mod x. Modulus means even if you take minus value, that becomes positive value. For suppose modulus of minus 2 is what? 2. So even if I take negative, even if I take x-axis value negative, for suppose this is minus 1, this is minus 2. Even when my x value is minus 2, my y value is what? Positive. So 1, 2 means here my point is. Understood? In the same way, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here also minus 3, minus 4 and so on. Even if I take here also 3, 4. So even if I take minus 3, the value is 3 here. Even if I take minus 4, the value is 4. That's why I am getting a sharp corner like this. Understood? So here also 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 like this. So here also my graph will be sharp like this. Understood? So this is the graph of y is equal to mod x. At least now everybody understood how to draw the graph of y is equal to mod x. Yes, this is how we need to draw the graph of y is equal to mod x. Clear? So this graph is also an even function. Now only I said no, it should form a mirror image about y axis. See here, for suppose a mirror is placed in between like this. If you see from this side, this will be the mirror image. If you see from this side, this will be the mirror image. So if you form any mirror image, if not, if it is symmetrical about y-axis, then such a function is called what type of function? Even function. Understood everybody? So this is about even function. Now let us see how to identify odd function. So for odd function, what is the logic we need to remember? That is symmetric about origin. So let us see how to see the symmetric about origin. So already we know y is equal to x cube. This is a graph. What type of graph this is? Odd function, right? So y is equal to x cube is an odd function. So for this the graph will be like this somehow and like this, right? So symmetric about origin means, for suppose from origin from x is equal to 0, if you travel some distance, means up to here we are traveling. There we are finding one point, for suppose R. In the same way, if I travel in the opposite direction also, I am finding some point S. Means in the same distance. Yes. So here also the distance from O to R is equal to distance from O to S. Not only from O to R, wherever you travel. For suppose I am traveling up to here. Here I am finding my point P. OP is the distance. In the same way, if I travel the same distance, I am finding one more point Q. So here also OP distance is equal to OQ distance. Such type of curve is called symmetric about origin. Understood? So here this curve is symmetric about origin. So this type of function is what is the function? How the function will be now? Odd function. Understood? So this is graphical method to find out whether a function is even or odd. Clear? So I am writing here again. Very important. Note down please. So even function symmetric about what a y-axis. Okay. Next, odd function. How the odd function will be? Symmetric about origin. Now only I have explained now what is symmetric about origin. I hope everybody understood. Very important, these two lines. You should remember always. Clear? I hope now everybody understood what is an even function and what is an odd function, and how to find and identify even function and odd function from graphical method and also from normal method. Clear? So from normal method means you have to take f of minus x is equal to f of x. Then that is even function. If f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then that is odd function. So both we can do either with graphical method or with normal method. Clear? Next, let us move to our one more important question. So check if the function is even or odd. So here check if the function is even or odd. So here two functions are there. F of x is equal to x square plus mod x. This is the first function. And second function, g of x is equal to x cube plus x. So now let us see whether these two functions are even or odd. Okay. So very easy. In the place of x, what we should substitute here? Minus x. So f of minus x is equal to minus x whole square plus mod of minus x. So that is equal to x square plus x. So we are getting same f of x. So if we are getting f of minus x is equal to f of x, then the type of function is what type of function? Even function. Understood? So here also let us substitute in the place of x minus x. So g of minus x is equal to minus x whole cube plus minus x. So that is equal to minus x whole cube is nothing but minus x into minus x into minus x. So 3 times means minus will get outside. So plus of minus is minus x. So if I take minus common here, I will get x cube plus x. So already we know that x cube plus x is what? Gx. So minus gx. So minus gx means what type of function? Odd function. Understood everybody? So first function is what type of function? Even function, because we are getting f of minus x is equal to f of x. Not only here, whatever the function it is, you can check like this only. For suppose 3 functions are there, x square plus x plus cos x. Then what type of function it is? There also same logic. In the place of x, substitute minus x. So it's minus x whole square plus mod x plus cos x. Okay? Next, here also in the place of x cube plus x plus tan x. Okay? This is also what type of function? That also in the place of x, what we should substitute? Minus x. Understood? This is how we have to check whether a function is even or odd. Clear? Next, I want answer from this question from everyone and mention your answer in the comment section. So think and tell. Your question is, all even functions are always many one. True or false? So let me know the answer in the comment section. Everybody must and should think and tell the answer for me. All even functions are always many one. Okay? This is your think and tell question for today. Okay, let's take it as homework. I don't know, but you have to say the answer. I hope everyone knows what is many one function and even function, and you compare both and say the answer. Next, one more question. Let g of x is equal to f of x plus f of minus x, and f of x is equal to, sorry, h of x. H of x is equal to f of x minus f of minus x. Then, very interesting question. So options also given here. So think and solve and say. So g of x is odd and h of x is odd. This is the first option. Next option B, g of x is even and h of x is odd. This is the second one. Next option C, g of x is odd and h of x is even. Last option, g of x is even and h of x is even. Okay, these are the four options. So let us see now which option is satisfied. So same logic, in the place of x, let us substitute minus x and see what is the value of g of x and h of x here. Okay, so here beside I am doing the solution. So first I am taking g of x is equal to f of x plus f of minus x. So I have said no, in the place of x what we should write? Minus x. So g of minus x is equal to f of minus x plus f of minus x, correct? So that is equal to f of minus x as it is plus f of minus becomes plus x. So this can be written as f of x plus f of minus x. So the same value g of x I am getting. So if I am getting g of minus x is equal to g of x, then this is what type of function? Even function, right? Next, in the same way, let us see h of x. Okay, so anyhow we got g of x is even. So now let us see h of x. So in the place of x here also we should substitute minus x. Okay, so h of x is equal to f of x minus f of minus x. So here also h of minus x is equal to f of minus x minus f of minus x. So that is equal to f of minus x minus f of minus is f of x. Okay, so this is equal to okay. So if I take minus common, so f of x minus of f of minus x, right? So if this is minus, so if I take minus front and minus common in both, then I will get minus of f of x minus of f of minus x. So that this is nothing but minus h of x. F of x minus f of minus x is h of x. So this is equal to minus h of x. So what type of function this is? Odd function. Understood? So already we got g of x as even and h of x is odd. So this is the answer. Understood? Okay. So now we have derived one interesting formula, that is, I am writing the formula. Okay. Up to here everybody understood, I hope so. Now let us write the formula. Irrespective of the function, whatever the function it is, now what we have derived is f of x plus f of minus x always is what type of function? Even function. Okay, in the same way, f of x minus f of minus x is what type of function? Odd function. Now only I have explained, no, in the place of x we have to substitute minus x, then we do the solution. Understood? These two are very important. F of x plus f of minus x is what type of function? Even function. And f of x minus f of minus x is what type of function? Odd function. Okay. Now we have one more important property. Let us write that property and discuss about that property. So next property, very important. Any function can be represented as a sum of even and function and odd function. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? So I am writing f of x is my function. So I take f of x plus of f of minus x by 2 plus again f of x minus of f of minus x by 2. Why I am writing by 2 means I should get f of x is equal to f of x both sides. Anyhow, now only we have seen no f of x plus of f of minus x. Even if 1 by 2 is a constant, we know that this function f of x plus f of minus x is even. Correct? In the same way, now only we have discussed f of x minus of f of minus x means this function, even this 1 by 2 is constant. If you take that 1 by 2, that is odd. So now I have proved now. So any function can be represented as a sum of even function and odd function. This is our property. Okay? Whatever the function it is, even it may be neither odd nor even also. Okay? That function will always be written in the form of even sum of even function and odd function. Clear? So this is very important property. Next, let us see combinations of even and odd functions. So here one table is here. Let us understand the table. So combinations. What type of combinations will get? Let us see now. So first function f of x, next function g of x, next f of x plus g of x, next column f of x minus g of x, next column f of x into g of x, last but not least f of x divided by g of x. Okay, so now already we have discussed now what type of functions are there, odd functions and even functions. So if both are odd, so when f of x and g of x both are odd, then f of x plus g of x, anyhow we know now only I have seen that the both functions are odd, then definitely f of x plus g of x is also odd. In the same way f of x minus g of x is also odd. Okay, we will discuss this. First write down this table, very important. Next, even. F of x is odd and g of x is even. Then we will get neither odd nor even. In the same way here also neither odd nor even. Next, even, odd. So here also neither odd nor even. Here also neither odd nor even. Okay, we will see this afterwards. I will explain. Next, both are even. Even. Then here even. Here also even. Next, multiplication. So multiplication is same like if odd is there means we have to take minus. Odd means minus and even means plus. So whatever the result we are getting, that only we have to write. Minus into minus is plus. So here we have to write even. In the same way, minus divided by minus is also plus. So here also even. Minus into plus is minus. So here you have to get odd. So here also we will get odd. Okay, here also even into odd is odd. So here also odd. Here even into even is nothing but plus into plus. So here we will get even and here also we will get even. Understood? So this is about combinations of functions f of x and g of x. So let us see one by one some examples, whether we are getting same or not. So first one, let us see odd plus odd. So say some odd plus odd functions, same for suppose take x cube plus x. Okay, x cube is odd function and x is odd function. So let us see whether this is even function or odd function now. So our f of x is x cube plus x. So in the place of x, what I should write? X minus x. So minus x whole cube plus minus x. So minus x whole cube is minus x, plus of minus is minus. So if I take minus common, then I will get x cube plus x. So this is nothing but minus f of x. If you are getting minus f of x, then this function is what? An odd function. So that is the example. If both functions are odd, then by adding the both functions, what we are getting? Odd function. Okay. Subtraction. Even for subtraction also, x cube minus x. Okay, let us see that also. Okay. So f of minus x is equal to minus x whole cube minus minus x. So that is equal to minus x cube, minus of minus is plus x. So here also if I take minus common, then x cube minus x. So this is also minus f of x. So this is what type of function? Odd function. So when we add or subtract two odd functions, then whatever the function, resultant function we are getting is what type of function? Odd function. Understood? Sum of two odd functions or difference of two odd functions is odd function. Understood? Next, even functions. Let us see even functions now. For suppose one is odd, one is even. X cube minus mod x. So now let us see. This is f of x. So f of minus x is minus x cube minus x whole cube minus mod of minus x. So this is minus x cube minus x. Yes, if not minus mod x. So here are we getting any? If I take minus common here, what I am getting here? Minus of x cube plus mod x. But what is the function? X cube minus mod x. So I am not getting the result correctly here. So this is what type of function? Neither odd nor even. Understood? So when one function is odd and one function is even, the sum or difference of two functions is neither odd nor even. Understood? Now already we know that sum of two even functions is always even. Sum or difference or product or division of two even functions is always even. Clear? So next concept, graph of functions. Very, very important. Here we'll know what are the types of functions we are seeing in the form of graph. So first one is polynomial functions. Second one is modulus functions. Third one is signum functions. I will explain what is the signum function when we are discussing about signum function. Next, fourth one is exponential functions. Fifth one is logarithmic functions. Sixth one is greatest integer. Seventh one is integer. And eighth one, last one, trigonometric functions. So all these functions we have to discuss. So let us move to our first function, that is polynomial functions. All these are very, very important. All these we will discuss one by one. So first we will move to our first function, that is polynomial functions. So what are polynomial functions? How we can find out everything about polynomial functions, that is whether it is 1 to 1 or 1 to 2 or about the domain, codomain range, everything we will find out about polynomial functions. So our first concept in graph of functions is what type of functions? Polynomial functions. Okay? Yes. So very, very important point, that is all polynomials are continuous. I hope everyone knows what is continuous. So whatever the graph you take, the graph of the curve, the function, the curve related to that function will always be continuous like this. nowhere it is discontinuous. That's why always continuous. All polynomial functions will always be continuous. Understood? And now let us see how the graph of certain polynomials. Very, very important. So if the polynomial is linear, then we get a straight line. Okay? And if the polynomial is quadratic, then we will get a parabolic. And if the polynomial is cubic, then we will get Young-shaped curve. Okay? These are very, very important. So when we are getting polynomial functions, means by seeing that straight line, we can identify that as a linear function. If you are seeing a parabolic curve, then we can identify it as a quadratic. Quadratic means of degree 2. Linear means of degree 1. Cubic means of degree 3. For suppose 2x plus 3, this is what type of function? What type of polynomial? Linear polynomial. Why? Because what is the degree of this polynomial? 1. So x power is 1 here. So this is what type of polynomial? Linear polynomial. X square plus 2x. This is what type of polynomial? Quadratic polynomial. Okay? Why? Because the degree of this polynomial is 2. Degree is nothing but highest power of the variable. So here 1 and 2. What is the degree? 2. So next x cube plus 3. See here, what type of polynomial this is? Cubic polynomial. What is the degree of this polynomial? 3. Understood? So these are linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials. Clear? So let us see the graph. So this is the graph of linear polynomial. Straight line. Not only like this, however you want, you can draw a straight line. That is a linear polynomial. Clear? So what is the range of this function? Range means it will go on up to infinity and here also up to minus infinity. So range of this function is minus infinity comma infinity. So minus infinity to it will go from up to infinity. Understood? So range of this function is minus infinity to infinity. Clear? Next, quadratic polynomial. So how the quadratic polynomial will be? Parabola, right? This is a quadratic polynomial, right? And in general we'll write xy is equal to x square. This is a quadratic polynomial. So what is the range of this polynomial? The range of this polynomial is only 0 to infinity is our range of this polynomial. Understood? Minus infinity means negative to positive we should get. Here we are getting only positive values for y, no negative values, and at 0 also, 0 should also be included. So 0 to infinity both sides. So 0 to infinity is the range of this polynomial. So range of this polynomial is what? 0 to infinity. Understood? Yes. Anyhow, this function will be given from R to R. So domain of this function is R and codomain is also R. But range is only 0 to infinity. Yes. So R means both positive values and negative values, including 0 will be there. Real numbers means. But here our range is only non-negative means 0 comma infinity means 0 and positive values are there, no negative values. So here codomain is equal to range? No. So what type of function this is? Into function. Understood? When codomain is not equal to range, then this type of function is what type of function? Into function. Yes. And how about 1 1 and many 1? Already we know that when we draw a horizontal line test is there, no? So when it is intersecting at more than one point, then such type of function is what function? Many one function. Yes. So we know that domain of this function is R and codomain is also R and codomain is not equal to range. So this function is into function and when we draw a horizontal line, then we are getting two intersecting points, so that this is many one function. Yes, I have given every detail about this function. Y is equal to x square, that is quadratic polynomial. Clear? Next, let us see cubic polynomial and then today's topic, and we'll continue in our next class. Okay, just let us see how the cubic polynomial will be. So n shaped curve. So this is a cubic polynomial. Okay. Yes, well, because the range of this function is also minus infinity comma infinity. Why? Because if you take whatever the value of x, you are not getting the positive value always, we will get some negative values also. Yes, so that the range of this function is minus infinity to infinity. So n shaped curve like this you will get. Okay, however it may be like this, or however it may be, I don't know, but just keep in mind that n shaped curve should be there for what type of polynomials? Cubic polynomials. Understood? Cubic polynomials are what type of curves? N shaped curves. Okay. Next, and we know that all polynomials means all polynomial graphs are continuous, means no discontinuity will be there in the curve. Clear? So this is about polynomial functions. So one more important point, that is odd degree polynomials. So whatever the polynomial you take, if it is of odd degree, then the range of that polynomial will be minus infinity to infinity. Very, very important. Okay. Odd degree polynomials means the polynomials of degree 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Whatever the degree you take for the polynomial, for suppose I am taking x power 7 plus 3x plus 5. Okay, this is an odd polynomial of degree odd number, right? 7 is an odd number, so this is an odd degree polynomial. So for this polynomial, range is what? Minus infinity comma infinity. Understood? Means here both negative values and positive values including 0 will get in a range. Means for the values of y, for any value of x, that is when you are taking x belongs to R, means x is any real number, then the value of R will always be in between minus infinity and infinity, that is we will get negative values and positive values including 0. This is the meaning of range is equal to minus infinity comma infinity, excluding minus infinity and infinity, in between whatever the values are there, all the values will be included in the range. Clear? So now, is the domain and codomain of this, codomain and range of this function same? So for suppose this function is also defined from R to R. Okay, so domain, anyhow we know that domain is R here and codomain is also R. So R includes positive values, 0 and negative values. Am I correct? So here also range also includes positive values, 0 and negative values. So here codomain is equal to range. Yes. So if codomain is equal to range, then such function is called what type of function? Onto function. Yes. So this is our cubic polynomial is what type of function? Onto function. Yes. Whatever the degree, odd degree polynomials are what type of functions? Onto functions. Clear? Okay. This is about polynomial functions. So remaining we'll discuss in our next class. So students, I hope you like my video. If you like my video, share my video to your friends. If anywhere you have not understood means, please mention about that in the comment section so that I can explain in the next class. Thank you.